Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. Once again, my ancestors have called for the same deck we've been using the last couple days, the little magical Circus Tarot. It's a majors only deck. I will list that information in the description box down below in case you are new to my channel, not familiar with the deck. Anyway, this is your daily tarot reading for the 2nd of April 2024. Let us begin. Alright, my lovelies, your cards are out on the table. There's actually quite a few for today. We have almost every single major arcana on the table. Anyway, the best part of your day, we start out with the Chariot, followed by the Sun, and the Empress in the reverse. Okay. Sometimes going with the flow and just having fun and following the best highest vibration. You know, if the energy is flowing freely, chances are that's the way you need to go. And sometimes just having fun and goofing off can be more beneficial to you than trying to force something. As much as we like to get creative and maybe dictate terms or direct where things would like to go, it doesn't mean that the direction we want to head in is actually one that's going to nurture circumstances and things that will bring and bear fruit. Okay. Okay, so we're tapping into higher vibrations. We might be playing a little bit more. Tapping into the higher frequencies. Why? Because that's where the success is. That's where we're going to find our best outcomes. It's where we're going to find solutions as well as an easier time of it, which is really great considering we're in Mercury retrograde. Okay, the worst part of our day, we have the Emperor. Yeah, if we're very rigid, very controlling, if we're wanting to, it's my way or the highway, or no, the only way to do something is this way. Why? Because I say so. Type kind of energy is not going to help us. At the same time, sometimes we get into a routine and sometimes we don't realize that the routine we're doing is not the best way forward. Remember, there's always more than one way to do something. So perhaps maybe we should start playing around with our routine, how we do things, maybe bring in ideas from others as well. That way we're not closing people off, we're not closing off ideas, we're we're not getting stagnant, we're not getting stuck in a rut of the same old humdrum. Which, let's face it, if we start changing things a little minutely or taking influences from other people and how we do things sometimes just to give it a try, that in itself can be fun. I mean, and yes, it will lead you to something different, whether that is something that works, something that doesn't work, or maybe you just have a Bob Ross moment, you have a happy little accident, and you discover something else, or things like that. Okay, so probably needing to be a little more open to other people's ideas, opinions, maybe trying new things for the day. Let's see what your obstacle, or how to get over your obstacle, says for us. We start out with the Hermit, Temperance, the High Priestess in the reverse, the World, the Lovers reversed, the Moon card reversed, Death, the Tower, the Devil, the High Priest, which is the Hierophant in this deck, the Magician, Judgment in the reverse, and Strength. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if we start looking at things, how we're always adding the same thing together, 2 plus 2 makes 4, red and, blue makes purple. If we're always doing the same thing over and over again, we're not necessarily seeking new answers, we're not gaining new knowledge. We're also not being innovative. There's a potential there that's always undiscovered or maybe being wasted. Especially if maybe we're not taking input of others or collaborating to where we bring new influences, the new ideas, the new component in. Because when we try something new and we add something different, things change. We've made a change. New things can be discovered. We get new answers, new solutions, or even potentially new problems. But it's a way for us to self-discover. More potentials start showing up when we do that. So as much as we should start looking at what we're doing repetitively for a solution, same old humdrum, how do things not get utilized? Are we not using the ideas of others, the suggestions of others? Are we not allowing other people to help us? Are we not seeing the potentials available to make the right connections? Because they're there. They're there. And you're going to start realizing, okay, there's more than one way to do things. There's more than one idea. There's more to learn here. And more importantly, you're going to start realizing you've been ignoring potentials. And that really has to, stop. That really has to stop. So we're going to start making changes. Really, we're going to start making changes. Now, when we start making changes, however, there's always hang-ups. There's always new problems, new issues, new roadblocks. You can't exactly expect to try something new and things to work out the very first time. Why? Because they're learning experiences, they're roadblocks, and they're stepping stones. Either of something what not to do or something to do correctly. Just think of the scientific process of, did it work for our goal? Yes or no? Okay. Did it get us closer to the goal? Yes or no? Okay, what went right? What went wrong? This is how we create or co-create. We sit there and we play with our tools. We sit there and play with ideas. We sit there and play with different circumstances, different components. Does red and blue really make purple if we add a little white into it? Or if we mix, green and yellow and add a dash of lavender, what happens? We sit there, we play with it. We adjust. And you've probably haven't really had this inkling to do this until now. But by doing so, if we are brave enough to do it, we might find a solution. We might find something new, discover something new that will have merit further down the road. Two minds are better than one. 4 eyes are better than 2. 4 hands are better than 2. As much as great minds can think alike, no, great minds think differently. Because if we're all the same all the time, then nothing new ever happens. And in this case, we gotta stop being in a routine. We stop being repetitive in what we're doing. And we start asking, okay, is there any way we can do this? Is there any part of this that fails? Is there any part of this I can change? Is there anything more to be learned, to be had? Or have I completely exhausted all the potentials already? Okay. Sounds like there's different avenues to take. Okay. Interesting. We just have to be willing to maybe let go of a little bit of the control and the routine enough to start playing, to really start playing, to get curious. Typically on the traditional sun card is a representation of your inner child. You know, it's the naked baby on a white horse. Purity, vulnerability, but inner child, playfulness. Perhaps we just really need to embody that of, why does this happen? If I do this, what happens? Why does that happen? Maybe we just need to get curious and start asking questions like a 2-year-old. Why? Why? What's that? What for? Why? Okay. Making more here before I move on. Okay, I don't think so. I did add up all your cards, by the way. Everything here adds up to 191, which ultimately reduces to 11, which is the master number of service. So, you can do yourself a favor. You can do others a favor. Sometimes you just have to break up the monotony. Sometimes you have to be a team player. Sometimes you have to learn to adapt. Perhaps you're going to encounter a situation today where you're used to doing something a certain way and you're lacking something. So you got to still accomplish the same goal, but with different things, with different aspects. Hence why you might need to be playing with it and may not necessarily know the outcome. Okay. So today's not the day to ignore the ideas of others. Please take them into consideration. And a willingness to try something new. Alright, your astrology, let me bring it up. For those that like it, Moon in Capricorn, trines Uranus and Taurus. Work independently and see how quickly you can make progress. Be open to trying things out in different ways. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, although it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be alone. Like I said, you can work by yourself, but don't forget that sometimes somebody will give you a suggestion or an idea. Take it under consideration. Don't just write them off of them automatically being wrong. You know, try to avoid this emperor, embodiment that you are always right, you know all, and you know what you're doing, and therefore no one else's opinion is valid. Try to avoid that as best you can, simply because we are in Mercury retrograde in Aries, and that is an ego mind showing itself right there. Try to avoid it. That is very much a trap. Anyway, my lovelies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. And if this resonates for you, by all means, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know that you resonate with the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.